Hello, welcome to Vintage Cookbooks and Crafts. My name is Barbara, and today, I bet you can't guess what we're going to make. Today, I'm going back to my first Betty Crocker cookbook that I ever had, and I'm going to make lasagna. And I will write the original recipe down in the description. When you get down and you start to read the description, you hit more and it'll give you the recipe down below. But today I am doubling it because I like to keep some in the freezer. So I will make a couple of pans, and today I'm doubling it so I have an extra pan for a party. But I will write the original recipe down below in the description. I always put my recipes in the description. So I will clear this off and we'll get started. A chopper. I'm not going to use my Vidalia chopper today because I need more chopping. I need 3 medium onions chopped. I'm not affiliated with KitchenAid at all, but I love this dicer. So I will leave a link down below, an Amazon link, if you wish to look for it. Because it has a different order number than the one that doesn't have the dicer attachment, just the regular slicer and shredders and stuff. Okay, for my sauce, so in this pan, I have 2 pounds of ground beef, about 1.5 pounds of Italian sausage, bulk Italian sausage, and 3 medium chopped onions, and a couple of cloves of minced garlic. And I already drained it. So now I can add my tomatoes and spices. So it's 2 cans of tomatoes, these are pretty chunky tomatoes. They're supposed to be diced, but I guess they're not the petite dice. So I want to break up these chunks of tomato a little bit. Now I'm adding 2 cans of tomato sauce. And 2 6-ounce cans of tomato paste. Now, tomato paste wasn't in the original Betty Crocker recipe, but my mother always added tomato paste to her Italian sauces. And tomato paste has a richer tomato flavor than the tomato sauce, so it really brings out the tomato flavor. I put just a little bit of water down in the can, in the tomato paste can, to sort of rinse out all that goodness. Okay, in here I have a teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of basil, and a 1/4 cup of parsley flakes. And in here I have 4 teaspoons of sugar. That cuts the acidity to the tomatoes. Okay, now I'm turning this down to simmer, and I'll let it simmer for about 2 hours. The recipe says to simmer for an hour, but I like to simmer it for about 2 hours. So then I will be back, and then I have to boil the lasagna noodles, and then we'll be layering it in the pan. Now for my cheese mixture, I need 6 cups. The original recipe only calls for 3 cups. But I need, seeing I'm doubling it, I need 6 cups. Instead of repeating myself through the whole thing, I'm just gonna tell you what I'm doing, and then I'll have the original recipe that's half this size down in the description. Okay, so I need 6 cups for the 2 pans I'm making. I get the small curd cottage cheese. And then I need a cup of Parmesan cheese. And in here I have 1 1/4 teaspoons of salt and 2 tablespoons of parsley flakes. Now these parsley, this is Italian parsley that I grow in my little garden. And then I just break it up and measure it. This is the oregano I grew. And I freeze dry it. Then I vacuum seal it in jars. But I need it crushed instead of whole flakes. So I'll crush it in this little container here. And then I'll measure out the 2 teaspoons that I need. Oh, it smells good. One. 2. And a little dust behind. And now I put my oxygen absorber back in there. And then I vacuum seal it again. And you hear how the whine of the motor is getting louder. And when it gets to high pitch, then it's sealed. And now it's sealed again. This summer, when I show my garden, I will show you how I freeze dry my herbs and vacuum seal them. So then I just mix this cottage cheese, Parmesan cheese, salt. I use Italian parsley. I gotta seal this one yet. I use Italian parsley from my garden. But you can use any parsley flakes that you can buy in the store. And I use my oregano. Okay, and that's that for the cheese layer. And I'm going to vacuum seal my Italian parsley here. This attachment is from the Food Saver, and you can buy these attachments online. And this is also a Food Saver vacuum, which is, you can get, when you buy these jar attachments, it comes with a hose to go into your large Food Saver machine, but just for my little spices I just use this little one. And you hear the sound goes low, and then it starts to get a higher pitch, and when it gets to that higher pitch, then you know it's sealed. Sealed. And I'll share more about freeze drying and vacuum sealing this summer when I do my garden produce. My sauce is simmered. That's done. And now I'm just boiling my noodles. I had to do the noodles in batches because they're so large and there's so many of them. Okay, this is the last batch of noodles. Okay, now I'm going to take these over to my mixing prep table, and we'll be layering in the pans. Okay, now it's time to do the layers. I just put just a little bit of sauce on the bottom. Usually I make 2 large pans of lasagna, but for just my husband and I, when I put some in the freezer, I just use a smaller dish, baking dish. So I have 2 small ones here and then a regular size, larger one. I just put a teeny bit of the sauce on the bottom so the first layer of noodles don't stick. Okay, then we start off with our noodles. On the little pans, I have to trim the noodles so that they fit in there. Okay, the first layer is a meat sauce. Now the second layer is the cheese mixture. Oven's preheated. Okay, and then the mozzarella. We are lucky enough to have a cheese factory not too far away that has won world championships in their mozzarella and some of their other cheeses too. Okay, well, I'm going to continue to layer these and then I'll be back. Okay, on the top I'm just sprinkling a little bit of Parmesan and Romano. And this little one I'm going to bake for our dinner tonight. This one goes in the freezer and this one goes to my daughter's house tomorrow. The lasagna is out of the oven now. This is the smallest one that I made for just my husband and I. And this is my Betty Crocker 1971 cookbook. And the lasagna recipe will be down in the description for you. I hope you try this recipe and you will like and share it with your friends. And please leave a comment down in the comment section because I really love reading those. Bye for now.